US tech company says its chief executive has resigned after getting caught on camera embracing a female co-worker at a Coldplay concert.
Okay, raise your hand if you know somebody that lacks common sense. Okay, good. Now, can I show you somebody that has less common sense than that person you're thinking of? This is Andy, the former CEO of a company called Astronomer. And this is Andy cheating on his wife with the HR of that company, Astronomer.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on.
So the Astronomer CEO just got wrecked in divorce court by his wife, left with nothing. Andy Byron, the man once at the top of his game, is now broke, humiliated, and spiraling. And guess what move he made in this desperate mess? He decided to sue Coldplay. Yep, you read that right. But here's the wild part. This might be the dumbest legal move ever. Experts say he could.
CEO who went viral a few days ago for cheating has now allegedly been exposed by his own son on TikTok.
This guy is my father.
After the video started spreading, the mom reportedly took the kids to their grandparents' house to stay away from the drama.
And this is because my mom was like, okay, we're out of here. Like, right when that video came out, she was like, we're out of here.
The CEO has been messaging his son non-stop, asking for forgiveness.
The woman the woman he was like hugging has sent us like multiple apologies. She even wanted to talk to my mom in person, obviously, like, why?
The son allegedly agreed to have dinner with his dad, where the CEO gave him designer items and $400 in cash to say sorry.
My dad has also been sending multiple apologies to my mom, and obviously I already said he's been texting me. I don't know what to do.
Easily lose the case, and if that happens, game over. We're talking total wipeout. No money, no job, and his reputation shattered beyond repair. People close to him are already whispering that he's having a full-on mental breakdown since his wife stripped him of everything during the divorce. Now, this lawsuit against Coldplay, it might be his last shot to prove he's still got some dignity left, or it could turn him into a national joke for the rest of his life. So now everyone's asking the same burning question. Why the heck did Andy sue Coldplay in the first place? Is this whole situation a setup? Did someone plan to ruin him? Or was this guy always heading for disaster? Here's the real spark that lit the whole thing up. Andy Byron went viral after he got caught kissing another woman at a Coldplay concert. People were stunned. The fallout was savage and immediate. But little did Andy know, that was just the beginning. His wife, Megan Kerrigan, saw the footage, picked up her phone, and called a divorce lawyer instantly. And honestly, who could blame her? That kind of scandal isn't just a bump in the road. It's a total relationship nuke. Megan wasn't about to stick around and play nice. When the news broke, she didn't just get upset, she left. She ran straight out of their $1.4 million home in Northborough, Massachusetts, and disappeared into their $2.4 million mansion in Maine. But it wasn't just about avoiding the cameras and gossip. Sources say she couldn't even stand to be in the same state as Andy. Family members were seen going in and out of the main mansion, but Andy, nowhere in sight. And here's where things really go off the rails. While Megan was holed up in that mansion, she started holding crisis talks about her marriage. Not long after that, she dropped the bomb on Andy. She was divorcing him. And make no mistake, this wasn't going to be a chill, let's stay friends kind of breakup. Megan made it clear, she was coming for everything. She wanted Andy to pay, publicly and privately, for humiliating her like that, and she wasted no time proving she was serious. First, she dropped his last name off her Facebook and switched back to her maiden name. Then she just deleted the whole account, but she didn't stop there. In just a matter of days, she was already working with a divorce lawyer and laying down her terms. And from what we've heard, she wanted to drain him completely. Word is, she was ready to take every dollar, every asset, everything he owned. So now the big question is, how much is Andy really losing in all this? And could this Coldplay lawsuit be his last-ditch attempt to claw his way out of the hole? Or is it just another bad move in a string of disasters? Let's get something straight. Andy Byron ain't just some regular dude off the street. This guy was swimming in cash. While his exact net worth was never made public, insiders estimate it was somewhere between $20 million and $70 million. But after this messy divorce, he might walk away with less than $1 million, if that. And don't forget, his legal bills are stacking up fast and the man's got no job right now. Ever since he stepped down as CEO of Astronomer after that infamous kiss cam scandal, the money's been draining from his accounts like water through a broken pipe. He still has to cover all his usual luxury expenses: cars, homes, staff, without that fat paycheck rolling in. Just to put it in perspective, his CEO job was bringing in a solid $500,000 a year. And the way experts are chiming in on this scandal, it's wild. A top PR manager told Newsweek that Byron's resignation was a financial nightmare. If he had stock options or performance bonuses that hadn't vested yet, he likely just flushed a ton of cash down the drain. And here's the real kicker: if there was no prenup and his company shares count as marital assets, his ex might be walking away with half of that equity. Let that sink in. That's how bad it's gotten for Andy. But believe it or not, this whole mess goes even deeper. See, the exact moment that blew everything sky high, that kiss cam footage. The second the camera landed on Andy and Kristen Cabot at the Coldplay concert, they immediately pulled away from each other and started freaking out. On camera. Their reaction was so guilty looking that people instantly assumed something shady was going on. And then, Chris Martin, Coldplay's lead singer, just had to jump in. Right in the middle of the performance, he dropped a cheeky little comment that had everyone thinking the two might be having an affair. Boom, viral moment unlocked. The internet exploded. Within hours, Twitter lit up with thousands of posts clowning the guy. Memes were everywhere. TikTok creators were dropping reactions like crazy, and the whole thing turned into an internet frenzy. Folks were zooming in, analyzing every second of that footage like it was a crime scene. And of course, the internet did what it does best. It dug up receipts. It didn't take long before people figured out that not only was Andy Byron married, but Kristen Cabot was also married to other people. And they weren't separated or working things out. These were two people married to successful high-profile spouses. Now, to be fair, nobody's got proof they were actually having an affair. But come on, you've seen the footage, right? The way they reacted, the body language. That wasn't just two coworkers having a friendly hangout. That was panic. That was guilt. There's no way you snuggle up with a colleague at a concert and then act like you've been caught stealing unless there's something to hide. And now that Megan, Andy's wife, is divorcing him and taking everything, that clip is haunting him like a ghost. It's almost impossible for him to deny anything when the whole world watched it go down in real time. Whether or not it was technically an affair doesn't even matter anymore. Public opinion's already made up its mind. Neighbors are not keeping quiet about this mess, and trust, they've been side-eyeing Andy Byron like crazy. Folks in his upscale neighborhood told the Daily Mail that everyone has seen that infamous kiss cam clip, and they aren't just embarrassed for him, they're disgusted. One furious local even snapped at reporters saying the family doesn't want to talk about it while asking them to scram from the area. But the vibe, super clear. Nobody's siding with Andy, and honestly, with the way things are going, no one's gonna flinch when Megan takes him for everything he's got in this brutal divorce. But just when it looked like the dust was finally settling, boom, Andy hit everyone with a plot twist no one saw coming. He's suing Coldplay. That's right. The man who just lost it all is now going after Coldplay in court. This move triggered instant backlash online. People are shook, wondering what in the world he's thinking. What's the strategy here? Is this a revenge play, a cash grab, or just straight up desperation? So here's the scoop. According to reports, Andy is claiming the kiss cam moment caused him major emotional distress and violated his privacy. And guess who he's blaming? Chris Martin. Yup, Coldplay's frontman is now at the center of Andy's legal drama because his cheeky on-stage comments supposedly made things way worse. A source close to Andy told Page 6 that he never consented to being filmed or turned into a viral laughingstock. He didn't agree to be humiliated like that, the source claimed. Andy believes Coldplay turned him into a meme, and now he wants payback. Even lawyer Cameron DLA Shahi weighed in, saying that technically there might be a shot at a defamation case, but only if you get real creative. According to him, Byron would need to prove that Chris Martin made a false claim, like suggesting there was an affair, and did it with intent to harm. But here's the problem. Everyone saw the clip, and based on their awkward body language and guilty reactions, Good luck convincing a judge they weren't hiding something. Shahai added that Byron's chances in court are weak unless he can prove there wasn't an affair. And after that video, that's gonna be nearly impossible. Another attorney called the whole thing classic damage control. They said if you're at a concert with 70,000 people and a massive camera screen, you can't really expect privacy. It sounds like he's just trying to shift the blame, they said. And for him to actually win this lawsuit, he'd have to prove Chris Martin knew Andy wasn't cheating and still accused him on purpose to hurt him. According to the legal experts, none of those conditions are being met. That means the entire lawsuit could end up being thrown out as a total joke. Just another desperate move by a guy whose life is falling apart. And the public, they're divided. Some people think maybe this is Andy's only shot at cleaning up the mess and saving face. But others, they think he's grasping at straws. Just another rich guy who made a mistake and doesn't want to face the music. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get messier, social media decided to drag Andy Byron to the dirt. People online straight up called him a loser. Not even in a subtle way. Some said, he's the biggest loser ever. Others chimed in with, men will do anything except take accountability for their own actions. The internet showed him no mercy. But this scandal didn't just torch Andy. Kristen Cabot got caught in the flames too. As the head of HR, being spotted all cozy with the CEO at a concert was a major professional disaster. People were quick to say she never should have been in that position with her boss in the first place. The backlash against her was loud, fast, and unforgiving. Now here's where things get even juicier. Kristen's husband, Andrew Cabot, CEO of Privateer Rum, was overseas in Japan on a business trip while all this was going down. Yup, she was out snuggling with her boss in front of a stadium crowd while her husband was halfway across the world working. And let's not forget, Kristen and Andrew only tied the knot in 2022, not long after she divorced her first husband. But get this, right after the scandal broke, a source conveniently popped up claiming the Cabots had been having marital issues for months and were already discussing a separation. Really? Because just a month earlier, they were telling everyone how madly in love they were. They even bought a $2.2 million mansion together just 5 months before the kiss cam chaos. So from the outside looking in, everything pointed to a solid marriage. Which is exactly why her hookup with Andy Byron left their friends and family shocked. Now the big question is, was all that separation talk just damage control? Are Kristen and Andrew headed for divorce now too? And is Kristen about to jump into Andy's lawsuit circus against Coldplay? Speaking of Coldplay, their reaction to being sued, not what anyone expected. While some fans thought the band might go into legal defense mode, Coldplay just laughed. That's it. No press releases, no deleting posts, no legal panic, just straight up laughter at the idea of being taken to court over a kiss cam moment. Honestly, that might have been the smartest move they could make. Anything more serious might have just poured gasoline on an already chaotic situation. And right now, they're letting Andy Byron dig his own hole. No help needed. So what's next? Does Andy manage to crawl out of this disaster with even a shred of dignity left? Or is this just the beginning of his full public collapse? It's hard to say for sure, but one thing's clear. A lot of people would pay good money just to watch him crash and burn. And now, he's gone quiet. Just like all the people he thought had his back. If you want more jaw-dropping updates like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Cause this drama, it's far from over.